If you've seen my travel videos, you know that I normally don't talk during them. I don't do an introduction. Mostly you don't hear my voice, you just hear songs in the background. I don't like vlogs. I don't like watching them or listening to them. So if you want to fast forward through this part, my feelings won't be hurt. I completely understand. Feel free to do so. But I wanted to do something a little bit different for this video. So often on social media, we just see the highlight reel of our friends' lives, and we don't get to know the behind the scenes from these happy moments. So I wanted to be more transparent, especially with this trip, just to share a little before and after, I guess, of this trip. And the reason why is when I tell people where I'm going, and especially that I'm going by myself, been getting a very strong and powerful reaction. And I don't think I would be doing this experience justice if I just showed the happy times without showing kind of where my head's at right now and how I'm feeling about the whole experience to come. I have been completely inspired in the past year by what I've seen of Morocco. So I decided to make it my 15th country that I will be visiting, and this actually means that I will have visited 5 continents in 7 months, which is crazy to think about and look back on all my journeys. When I tell people where I'm going, they always ask me why. That's the first question. Why do you want to go to Morocco? And I explain that the culture just looks so amazing and so different from what I'm used to. The architecture, the people, the food, the colors, the vibrancy of the marketplaces, and all the pictures and videos that I see are really what is drawing me to this beautiful country. It seems like a lot of people would agree with me too. I've seen a lot of the travel bloggers that I follow online have been going and checking out Morocco. And a lot of my friends actually have been visiting there as well, including one completely badass friend that went solo for Christmas. And all these people just fuel my fire to go and see it for myself. However, all these friends and travel bloggers seem to have gone and visited Morocco in a slightly different political environment. And unfortunately, that is a factor for my trip. I know that I'm coming to Morocco, a Muslim country that is geographically closer to some hazardous areas, with an open heart and an open mind. But this is the first trip where I really had to consider that the people there might not view me the same way. This is the first trip where I have to admit I'm a little bit scared. I'm scared to be an American, I'm scared to be a woman, and I'm a little scared to be traveling solo. It's important to me that I recognize some of these fears that I have. I think that there is a lot of this fear in the world right now. Fear of the unknown, fear of a lack of understanding, fear of things that we can't control. And I believe this is causing some dangerous behaviors in the world. In my world, I don't want fear to dictate my life experiences or the people that I would get to know. I want to go to this country and immerse myself in this culture that has completely inspired me, and that is exactly what I plan to do. It's also important to me that I not only recognize these fears, but share them in this travel video. I don't want to show just the highlights of riding a camel in the Sahara Desert. I want to show you really where my head is at, because the reaction that I get from people is that this is too dangerous of a trip. I'm crazy to think I can do this, especially being a woman, especially going solo. And I can't let those thoughts run my life and steal this experience from me. I also thought this little speech at the beginning of this video would show that you can proactively have an open mind and open yourself up to new experiences that subconsciously you would have prevented yourself from doing. I also wanted to show that it's okay to have fears and hesitations when it comes to something that you really want in your life, but it is possible to push through it and still achieve everything it is that you want to achieve in your life. And at the very least, I want to be an example of be the change you want to see in the world. I want to see a world full of understanding and openness, adventure. So that is how I choose to live my life, despite all the reactions I'm hearing from people that I shouldn't be doing this. So that is it for the annoying vlog feature of this video, at least till the end. I'll probably come back and recap some of my thoughts after the trip. But in the meantime, I hope that you're about to watch some really fun footage that will share this awesome trip that I'm about to go on tomorrow. Thank you. because looking back at that video, that is amazing. Can't believe I did all that stuff in 2 weeks. That was crazy. The footage turned out better than I could have ever expected, but there's no way that I could do the trip justice and really capture what I experienced. And going through it, it's amazing. I'm speechless, honestly. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did looking back on it. I have been back from Morocco now for about 4 days, which is just enough time to get over some of the jet lag and go through the photos and video of the trip. And doing this really just makes me reflect even more on what a truly life-changing experience that I just had. My favorite place that I went to, I think, was Fez. It was so authentic, and it's true that these markets and these residences and all the sites, they're not built for tourists to visit. They are real places where the people live and do their shopping and work, and it is such a different culture. It is beautiful and exactly what I hoped for when I wanted to experience this culture so different than my own. I also really enjoyed getting to meet several different people around the various cities of Morocco. They are so warm and welcoming, and the most moving experience was when one of the families invited the entire tour group over to their home and they cooked us dinner. And it was just amazing to invite 20 strangers over to your home and cook for them and do the dishes, because I was ready to pitch in for all those. It was truly a reflection of the Moroccan people and their hospitality. I'm really happy that I went through with my plans to visit this country, and I didn't listen to all the people telling me that it was too dangerous and that I shouldn't go, because if you just watch the video that I just watched, I cannot believe that I am so fortunate to do all those things and meet all those people, have these experiences. I would have never had that opportunity if I had listened to all the fears of everybody else. Even though I'm not gonna let the fear and negativity of others dictate the experiences that I have in my life, I think it'd be stupid not to listen to the wisdom and the advice of more knowledgeable people on this trip. So I did take certain things into consideration. For example, you want to be sure that you respect the culture and dress modestly. You want to be sure you don't walk around dark alleyways at night by yourself. I took tours. I went with a tour guide that spoke the language and gave me so much valuable knowledge of the area. So I did listen to the important things. It's important you don't just disregard everything that people have to say, but you don't have to let it dictate what you decide to do or dissuade you from something that's really important to you. I went into this trip not knowing what to expect. Really, the only thing that I hear is negativity and things that gave me concern, but I still felt something drawing me to Morocco, and I'm so glad that I went. I truly feel like a different person for this experience, and getting to know a culture that is so greatly misunderstood. And I really feel like I left a piece of my heart in Morocco, and I can't wait to go back one day. I hope that a lot of people watching this will learn a little bit more and maybe be more open-minded to other cultures, other experiences, and maybe try and go to Morocco for yourself.